Matt told us that he informed you guys this morning around 8:30 or whatever he found out in the team meeting about Aaron's COVID-19. What was your reaction when you heard that?
Didn't really have a reaction. Is going around and it happens. I've had COVID. Many of others in the locker room have had COVID. Just unfortunate.
With that said, he's your quarterback and he's the reigning MVP. So there was no surprise or there was no reaction to that.
No, I mean, and like I said, it's going around. It's happened. Our best receiver last week got it. So, I mean, it's going around and just gotta kind of take the measures, precaution and measures that we can to stop it. But it's happening.
You and AJ have obviously carried the load before. Do you have to do it even more so this week? Do you think that will be a factor?
I mean, we got other players around us as well who are very capable and are going to help us as well. So it's not just all on me and AJ, but I do feel like we do have to step up a little bit.
What have you seen from Jordan throughout practice that we're not able to see that makes you confident he can handle it on Sunday?
He looks just a lot more confident. He has a better understanding of the playbook than he did last year. He's gotten some reps this year, so I'm excited to see Jordan out there.
Have you all been able to communicate with Aaron at all through Zoom or anything today since the news happened?
I haven't. Just kind of locked in on meetings and what's going on. I know he was in the Zoom meeting, so he was there, but kind of just locked in and focusing on Kansas City.
Aaron Rodgers had told us in August he was immunized. Did you know before today that he wasn't vaccinated?
I mean, that's not for me to say. I believe that's HIPAA, so I'm not even going to get into that. I just focus on myself and my health. I'm not really worried about anybody else's health status in here.
Aaron, I respect that and understand where you're coming from, but he is a leader of your team. He's the quarterback, and obviously a lot of your success rides on his availability. If there's a chance that he could have returned sooner by getting vaccinated, is that not a selfish decision?
I don't think it's a selfish decision. I mean, there's guys across the league who are not vaccinated, and to say that they're not committed to their team, I think that's not true. I mean, he's our leader, like you said. He's 100% committed to this team, just like anybody else is in this locker room. And just because of status doesn't mean that you're uncommitted or committed.
How do you guys maintain focus and composure? You just said he's your leader, and now you don't have him. We've heard so many of you talk about you have confidence because Aaron Rodgers is at the helm. How do you guys keep that focus and confidence when he's not?
Definitely, it's time for some of the young leaders, myself included, to step up. And we've had a great leader to learn from. So now take that and put it to use.
Aaron, I know you said it's not just you and AJ, but just in general, how much can the running game really help Jordan as he's making his first NFL start on Sunday?
I think you can help him out a lot. Take some pressure off of him. Anytime any team is running the ball well, that takes the pressure off of any quarterback. So I think if we come out and do that, it'll help him tremendously, and he'll just be able to kind of settle in.
How is Kylan doing? Talk about a loss that is to back you guys up.
I mean, Kylan's doing good. He has the right mindset. He's going to attack this and try to get back as soon as possible. But just unfortunate, to lose somebody in our room and special player. But I know he'll be back, and I'll do everything in my power to help him get back to where he was at.
What's your level of concern with COVID going around? I know Devontae out last week, Aaron now out this week. Just with it going around, the Halloween party and the festivities you guys had, what's your level of concern?
Well, I'm not concerned at all. My concern is the Kansas City Chiefs, just focusing on them, control what I can control, and that's how I go about every day, control the controllables.
How did the first quarter against the Cardinals feel? Because, you're moving the ball, but Allen had a penalty, Rashawn had a face mask, and a couple of drop balls. It seemed like, though, guys were getting open, things were working. What turned that, to get things clicking for the rest of the game?
I think we just knew we had to come out and just be physical after a while, and that's kind of what we did, what we turned to the guys up front, the big guys, and they got after them, got physical, moving the guys off the initial point and open up lanes for me and AJ to run.
Hey, Aaron, I don't know how much you were around Jordan last year, but obviously with him running the offense, you were taking part of the offseason program. Was there anything you learned about him through that experience or anything that you kind of took away from those reps that you took over the summer?
Yes, the Jordan, he wants to get better. He loves the game of football, and he strives for greatness, and he has a bright future. And I think just because of those small things and the people that he's learning from, he will be great.
Aaron, in the heat of the game on Sunday, will you be looking at Jordan to see that he's calm, that he's collected? Are there going to be times you think you'll give him pointers, just tell him what to expect, or does he need to just fly on his own?
I mean, I'm there from any kind of way, just as I know the other 9 guys in the huddle will be. We don't know what it's going to be like out there, but I'm going to let them know before the game, hey, just go play free, play your game. Same thing you've been doing since a little kid, and you don't have to do anything special. We got your back.
Anything you noticed in him today, just in terms of how he was responding to kind of the idea he was going to be starting soon?
Oh, the same as he is every day. He's the same person whether he's starting or not starting. Brings joy, happy to be here, and a young leader.
Aaron, you were in Arrowhead 2 seasons ago. What do you recall about how loud that was, and how much of a challenge you think that is with you guys going in there to their place?
I recall it being pretty loud. They say it's the loudest stadium in the NFL, so I always like playing in great atmosphere, so I know there'll be a great atmosphere, get all of us juiced up, playoff atmosphere, and that's what we look forward to.
Think the Chiefs might try to cover you with linebackers again, or maybe up their coverage a tad?
I don't know who they're going to cover me with, but whoever it is, I'll be ready.
What do you see when you look at their defense?
I see they have a great defense. They have 2 good edge rushers. They have a really good veteran safety. They have speed at the linebacker position. They'll bring 49 in Sorensen, move him around. They just got Melvin Ingram, so they have some nice pieces, some good DBs. So they have some nice pieces, and just got to be ready to play football. They're in the Super Bowl back-to-back, so that talks for itself.
Hey, Aaron, you talked about controlling what you can control, right? You guys always say that, and that's the best way to approach it, right? Well, you can't control what's happened today, but you can control, as one of the leaders, how you kind of get the team to stay focused. What's your role in that? Because this is the kind of big news that does throw a wrench into your week, right?
Yeah, just tell them to come on. We got to lock in. Nobody's going to feel sorry for us across the league. It's still a game that has to be played, and all of us in this locker room are competitors. Nobody likes losing in here. So I think you'll see a hungry team out there come Sunday.
Aaron said going into last week, everyone was discounting you with all the people who you had out, and Aaron said he liked your chances. Now you're without Rodgers, but do you think that sort of mindset carries over to this week, and how much are you relying on the cachet of confidence you got from last Thursday?
Definitely carries over. I'm always taking my team, if you ask me. So, but definitely carries over. We found different ways to win, and everybody stepped up in different ways, and so just got to do it again.
Roger, or when they brought the news up to, or coach did at 8:30 in the morning meeting, what was their reactions? Could you tell people were surprised, or what would you kind of describe the mood of the room when that came out?
I couldn't really tell because I was sitting at the back of the room and I seen the back of everybody's head, so didn't really get a good gist of it. Nobody really made any noises or anything. Kind of just accept it and move on. That's all we can do.
Aaron, how much of practice is getting used to Jordan's cadence, the way he throws it? I'm sure, does he throw a different ball than Aaron? Just his movements, things like that?
I think every quarterback has a different ball, but I work with Jordan a lot every Saturday, working with him after our walkthrough, me and AJ. I was here the whole off season, different things like that. So I've had chances to work with him, and he's had chances to work with the other starters as well. So I don't feel like most of practice is getting used to his cadence or his ball. We know what his ball is like. We know what his cadence is like.
What
Yeah,
do you
you
guys
tell-
do on Saturday?
Saturday is just like a walkthrough. We'll walk through our offensive plays, special teams, defense, and when the defense is up, that's when we'll work with Jordan.
Oh, you said you and AJ work with him. Do you take handoffs from him, or?
We're just catching the ball, routes, catching the ball, little kind of. That's my little time to kind of work on my receiver stuff. Just work on the hands a little bit, but yeah, Jordan's our quarterback throwing to us.
You were here all spring. How much did he improve over all those OTAs and mini camps?
I think he really improved. You can see him settling in. You can see him getting comfortable and more confident each day, and just really getting an understanding of the offense. And I think it showed in that last preseason game that he played in, where he looked very comfortable. And so I'm excited for him.
All right, that's it for in the room. We got two on Zoom, right, Sarah? Go ahead.
Oh, we do. We'll start with Lance Allen.
Aaron, you mentioned Jordan was pretty much the same today at practice, and you kind of mentioned some of the things that he's improved upon in the past year and a half, but is he more vocal? Is he more of a leader? Does he have a better grasp of the playbook? What have you seen him really develop?
Definitely, like I said, definitely a better grasp to the playbook. He's a young leader, and you could definitely hear him more vocal in the huddle, step up, take control of the huddle, which is what you love to see out of your quarterback.
And last one, Rachel Hotmeyer.
Hey, Aaron. Obviously a delicate question with the utmost respect, but I'm curious if experiencing your time of COVID, your father's passing, if that's impacted your views on vaccination at all.
No, it hasn't. I mean, everybody has their opinions or beliefs, whether it's religious or some people may be allergic or whatever it is. But I mean, I don't have any views towards somebody who is or isn't.